Good morning, it's Courtney Brooke here, and I wanted to show you another exciting plant in our landscape, which is called an alder. It's a tree. It's these trees here. So this is a baby one. It was planted about 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. Here's one that was planted 3 years ago. It's taller, bigger tree there. And so what's going on here is that we have an existing muscadine arbor. Just here behind me is an existing muscadine arbor, which is made out of logs to hold it up, and then it grows muscadines, which are a wild grape, but this is they make a lot of food. They're just really delicious. They're native to this region. And so the scheme here is that we are growing these alders at the base of each one of these trunks, each one of these, what would you call it? Whatever, the thing that's holding up the arbor is an alder that we planted to replace the pole, the post, when the alder gets bigger. And the alder is a really cool plant. It's actually fixing nitrogen. It's a nitrogen fixing tree that's non-leguminous, so it's not a legume, doesn't make a bean pod, but it fixes nitrogen with its roots, so it improves the soil and helps to put nitrogen, which is part of what the plants need to grow and be well, into the soil. And then you can see here this alder here, and there's a grape here. And so this grape will be trellised up the alder when the alder is a little bit bigger. And this is not something that we came up with on our own. There's a whole beautiful way of growing grapes that's called AlnoCulture, because the Latin name of this alder tree is called Alnus. And so there's this whole thing from up in Europe where people grow a lot of grapes for a really long time called AlnoCulture, where they use these plants to trellis as living trellises. So we're not going to cut the tree down, we're just going to let it be living, and it's going to be a living post. And then when you coppice it, or pollard it more, when we don't want the alder to get really big, we want to cut it and let it stay as a trellis. When you cut it, it releases nitrogen into the soil. So this is an old thing, and well tried and true, especially out in Italy. There's all these old vineyards where they are practicing AlnoCulture. And then another thing about the alder is that you can do something that's called stooling. So let's see if I can find an example. If you pack dirt around the bottom of the tree, then it will make another baby tree. So you can see here that is what has been done. We just mounded the soil around the original tree here, and it has made a whole bunch of other little babies. So then we can cut those off and have vegetatively propagated alder trees to be feeding our grapes. Yay!